Hello again, good evening. This afternoon I'm going to review a Crystal Castle song again, but this time it's going to be an audience request. Originally I was planning to finish the first album from Crystal Castles, the self-titled one, but it looks like I'm going to listen to Transgender instead because just one person mentioned that, so I'm going to listen to that first and then I will finish the first album. Transgender is a real go-to song for me. Each time I want to feel like I'm in a stormy heaven, I just listen to that song because it's so weird. Even the title, it's a buzzword, isn't it? Most Crystal Castles titles are meant to be slightly shocking. Plague, kerosene, insulin, breath of God, transgender. These are words that are meant to trigger people who are not used to taboo breaking. That's what Crystal Castles always does. It breaks taboo subject. So yeah, let's listen to Transgender. I've already prepared it and I'm going to play it. Good. It already starts with vocals, right? In the previous song, Untrust Us, there was no vocals, there was only traces of it in the beginning. So here we already start with a very angelic sound. And let me tell you, hear me out. What I'm hearing is candles and stars. This odd UFO sound. So basically, it's the sound you can hear in conspiracy theories. Do you remember that like UFO sound? You know, like the weirdly scary alien sound that something is happening. It's just that sort of creepy, almost gothic, paranormal feel you can hear in conspiracy videos as well. Now, this is just a setting. Again, I'm seeing darkness. I'm seeing a sort of innocence going on. Let's see where this takes me. Femininity. It's very echoey, it's very ethereal. It sounds like a sylph is singing, like, right? An air spirit is singing. It feels like this voice is coming from heaven, and it's very feminine. I'm seeing a lot of lace, I'm seeing a lot of light fabric, I'm seeing a lot of slow motion. It sounds like it's a spirit singing, and it's a spirit of purity, and it's a spirit of femininity. Now, considering that it's a song titled Transgender, I'm expecting to see some conflict with this femininity soon. Because right now, all we're seeing is a pure entity and something very sinister in the environment. I'm going to see where this woman, this lady takes us. There was conflict because this is an unrestful spirit, really. This is an angry spirit. The sounds are very ethereal. The lyrics are clearly about an inner conflict. They are very abstract, but in some bits there is indeed some references to transgenderism. And I feel like this is going to be a male to female because the vocals are female. The vocals are very feminine, but it's also super angry. So it's almost like an angry spirit trapped in a host that is not their own. And they are clearly in a culture of purity and hypocrisy because this ooh sound, right? Right, this ooh sound. What does it stand for? It's a conspiracy sound. It's a creepy sound. It's a secret cult sound. It's a secret society sound. So I've established the protagonist as sort of a spirit, as a feminine entity, and the environment highly religious. This is why we are hearing this conspiracy theory UFO sounds. They stand for religious fanaticism, and that's what's surrounding the protagonist. The lyrics are very sad. It talks about exhumation, and it sounds like the spirit is seeking to be exhumed from this body. It seems to be terrorized by an idea of purity, which this character should abide to, although their true gender doesn't allow them to. But let's carry on listening. Let's listen to the spirit. A As I was listening to it, it really materialized what I was about to say. Religious hypocrisy, which most LGBT people have to face. And as long as you're LGBT or non-heteroconforming, basically, you will face this strange notion from your environment that you're impure and you're a pervert. This is why these songs are very fitting for a song titled Transgender, because as long as you're LGBT, what you're going to face, it's going to be like a religious drama. Even if you're not religious, it's going to be this like ethical, moral drama with a lot of self-hating and dramatic love stories and inner conflicts. It's very dramatic being LGBT, and you do feel nasty quite a few times for absolutely nothing. Certain isms, and we've got Abrahamic religion, and we got a whole range of other isms, philosophies. They're sort of obsessed with just resenting everything that doesn't immediately make them comfortable. And transgender people, very often, they are marked as this undesired beast. They are marked as this scapegoat for everything. Even those lines are very twisted, very creepy, very vague, and they sound like fragments of weird memories from almost a religious upbringing. Now, an interesting part comes. So that do, that's very interesting. You can hear this odd busyness, this laggy busyness, just being busy, the glamorized state of being busy. And that has been covered in other works, such as this music video from Lady Gaga.
Intel has enlisted House of Gaga to collaborate on a project that will showcase technology through creativity at the highest level.
And also, there are some dancers called Aya Bombi. And many other artists who actually work with this sort of laggy, glamorized concentration. It really represents how humans are idealizing machines lately and their effectivity. You can hear it in these vocals as well. So you could hear the lagginess there. And there is also a big conflict in the vocals between pain and glamorousness. So yeah, this song simply sounds like self-destructive thoughts or negative thoughts. This is what's going on in the head of a transgender person. I was expecting that the character is actually a transgender ghost in the beginning, after death, but it's not likely now. This song sounds like thoughts, and it sounds like fragments of memories, and they're not nice memories. The thoughts are getting more hectic, they're getting faster, and they're also getting more defensive. The sounds, the voices started out very, very slowly, very elegantly, but we had the initial breakdown in the beginning when we had the sounds, the sounds, and now the thoughts are speeding up. It's almost like the character is standing up for themselves, right? They're standing up for themselves, they're speaking out for themselves, they're actually whining a little bit. Yeah, they're actually freaking out. They're either defending themselves in an imaginary argument in their head, standing up for their gender, or they are already arguing with someone in real time. The conflict is over now. The song is over. Basically, the inner monologue has ended, but it didn't end on a happy note, because it does indicate that the protagonist is they're going to feel guilty forever. They're never going to be pure again. This is not a happy story, and it doesn't have a happy end. In Untrust Us, the protagonist woke up from the trip, and that's an improvement. But in here, it's a personal nightmare, it's a personal purgatory. Maybe they're just recovering from the transition. So there are always some promising bits. And there were some parts where she was truly feminine. through the singing, and that was very inspiring as well. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me for this song. From the next episodes, I'm going to carry on with the first album, and I hope you enjoy this interpretation. All right, good night to you, and bye bye.